I sure miss my dad. And even though he was a career military man, he was so funny. He was always playing practical jokes on my mom and us kids. You never knew what to expect. He may be hiding behind something waiting to scare you, or he might just put a toy in your cereal bowl. He was a hot mess. He used to always threaten us with the EE man. The EE was this creature that came and terrorized little people who didn't want to go to bed. Or those little people that pretended they were asleep, but they were actually looking at comic books under the cover with a flashlight. The EE would always come up in conversations when we gave him or mom pushback for not wanting to go to sleep. We'd make excuses like, but it's not bedtime yet. Or can't we just watch the rest of this movie? And I remember the one that got me the most. He would put me and my sister to bed and then sneak up to our rooms. He would crawl on all fours and get under our beds, mostly to see if we're being obedient and actually go into bed. Then he would make some sort of rustling noise in the dark, either to wake us up or to let us know that we just got busted for not doing what he told us to do. I think it was a bit sadistic because even if we were doing what we were supposed to do, he would either slowly pull the covers off of us or just jump up and growl. And then he would give the most hearty laugh. Then once he saw the terror on our faces, he would grab us and hug the fear away, then tickle one or both of us until we almost wet our pajamas. He was something else. What we didn't realize when we were little was that he had a very serious side too, that was just as effective as the side that he showed us at home. And occasionally we got to see it, and it was very authoritative and commanding. Not that he was a violent man, because he wasn't, but we realized that if he felt the need to get serious with us, there was a good reason for doing so. There's a difference in tone between a parent's call for us on the playground versus a call when a little one has wandered out into traffic now, isn't it? And I remember when I was just getting started in broadcasting, people used to always tell me when they saw me out that I was so funny on the show. I was glad to hear that because that's exactly what I was aiming for. Oh, how I miss those days, but those days have come and gone. And now that I'm about the word and the will of God when it comes to my productions, I'm getting very little from God when I inject too much humor into the teachings he gives me. To put it bluntly, playtime is over and God is serious and intentional about getting his elect home. I've noticed that since I've calmed down on the satire and comical messages, the popularity isn't what it used to be. And when I asked God about it, he told me that it wasn't about me, but it's about getting this gospel out to all who would hear it. Now, there are times that Jesus was funny in the gospel too. And there were times when he was seen to be affectionate with the little people, but he finally came to a place when it was time to turn over the tables. So in saying that, it's turn over the tables time because Jesus is coming back soon. So let's be serious and intentional about the things of God, and let's repent and put those things that aren't pleasing to God aside to the best of our abilities. And even though we know God to be a God of love, grace, and mercy, just like in the example of my dad, God's voice changes from that of tenderness and compassion to one that is insistent and commanding. Let's protect our ear gates and our eye gates and remain in love and forgiveness. Let's protect our heart's stance and stand firm in God's promises so that we can be a witness to all those who are seeking him. Choose Jesus today because tomorrow's not promised and may very well be too late. Remember to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And if I don't see you on this side, I'll see you on the other side. But until then, that's right. I'll see you on the radio. Shalom.